another really common one that people say is dictators never die, and that evil people will have access to this technology. Um, there's not really, I feel like there's not too much to say on this one. Besides, you should see how dictators actually die. I mean, they get killed all the time. Um, Kim Jong Un, or one of them, killed like their uncle or something like that. They had him assassinated at the airport, and there's this type of stuff happens. People don't usually die from old age when they're in these parts of power. They usually end up getting taken out one way or another.
Yeah, it's one of those things where sure, will they have access to some of the stuff? Will they be shielded? Will they live longer than they were before? But there's always the cut off the resources and just wait them out. I think that's kind of one of those things where you mentioned in North Korea's leader there, you can turn your state, you can turn yourself into a pariah. Nobody wants to play with you, and you need friends to survive in the world and to thrive. And eventually, there's either revolution or there's somebody makes a miscalculation and poof, your country's gone, or some kind of intervention happens. It's not that even with all the medical research in the world, there's no dictator that's going to live forever. Like nobody, I don't think anyone's trying to live forever either. And even if they live longer, what if we have a bunch of other people who are making progress towards a lot of other areas, saving other people, making new technology, contributing to the world? They're living longer too. So, if one dictator lives an extra 50 or 100 years, but what if we have another million people that are doing some really great stuff in the world, that are forces for good in the world? They live another 50 to 100 years. Like that. Maybe it's a good trade. I don't know. I guess it's easy to say that when you're not under that dictator. But at the same time, I think there's plenty of ways for them to be removed from office than just being able to live for a long time.
Yeah, totally. To try to deny these advancements to people because a small portion of the population will use them maliciously is definitely not a good thing. And I feel like these dictators they will have access to some of the technologies eventually, but the odds of them just getting taken out or just being ostracized by everyone else or maybe if we knew that one of these powerful dictators had access to something like this, the amount of force that would be against them would probably be tenfold. It'd probably increase dramatically. And I think when the U.S. goes for someone, they're probably going to get them taken down. So to think that these people are going to use it maliciously and never be stopped, and to deny it the access of it to everyone else because you have a fear that these people will get access to it is definitely foolish.
Yeah, and you can make that analogy for so many other things too. I mean, prescription medication, people abuse it, people use it. Guns, people abuse them, they use them. I mean, all these other issues that are way outside of longevity stuff. You can make that argument for anything else. It's not about it's not about the technology being available and stuff like that. It's of course people are always going to use things for good and evil, but hey, if we're using you can use a car for anything you want to, but a lot of people are, their lives have been greatly improved, and their quality of life, their family and friends have been great because they're able to drive. So it's not the tool itself; it's how you use it. I think is Apple's case.
Yeah, definitely.